What is going on, Governor Chisgule here, and today we're going to rock out the Autumn Dew Bundle, talking about whether or not we think it's worth buying. Then we're going to talk about the new event that hit, which is interesting and different. Let's see here. Paper stars? I don't know. We'll play around a little bit with this and try to show it to you. And then, last but not least, we're going to battle in the Sunset Canyon. If you like Rise of Kingdoms videos, then you should definitely like and subscribe, because even though we're on vacation now, literally I'm looking at the coast of Ireland. Um, yeah, we are making videos and we are a sponsored creator with Rise of Kingdoms. My friends, the bundle has arrived. We mentioned in our previous video that there would be a bundle related to this event, and it has arrived, and we really do need these small flower lanterns. We'll show you why in a bit. Let's talk about this bundle and what makes it good or bad. In general, I like bundles that give you generic speedups rather than speedups that are specific to a type of building or troop or research. Perfect that they're generic. You can use them however that you want. The next thing I really like about this bundle is that you've got the pick one resource chests, which is excellent because you can choose whatever resource you actually need. For instance, for me, wood is not at all helpful. There was a time when I was getting to T5 where I really didn't need gold. Now, gosh, do you need a ton of gold? And you get gold keys along the way, which is pretty solid. What I'm going to do is flash up on the screen the total number of speedups that are in this bundle, and you can compare to other bundles that are available or have been available in the past for events. Hopefully that's helpful. By the way, I put this first in my Discord well before when I upload a video, so check out the link in the description. If you haven't already joined my Discord, you can find this information ahead of everybody else. Now, we are in the process of max purchasing this bundle. We haven't yet because there is a recharge event going on. Very briefly, the way this works, and you should check out some of my previous videos about this bundle if you want to see the full details. But you have to spend on bundles and things that give you 2,500 gems on the spot that day in order to complete one day of this event. And you can complete this event on 5 separate days. If you spend extra, it doesn't count. So, I bought all the way up to, well, I mean like 20,000 gems worth. I bought up to the $100 package this morning, and that only counts for day one. So you need to spread out your spending over several days. Now, good news with one of these holiday events that lines up pretty nicely is that you could buy the $5 and $10 bundle here, the $20 bundle here, the $50 bundle here, and then spread out your $100 bundles if you were max purchasing. Now, let's talk about whether or not you should be max purchasing this bundle. I think that if you are a low to no spender, you probably should not be buying these bundles because there's other more high value places where you can get more stuff for the dollar. In general, that includes things like the growth fund, that includes the 30-day gem supply, among other things. That said, if you are a moderate to high spender, then this starts to get interesting relative to other bundles that are available to you because it's got a high volume of speedups. Gold keys, if you need gold keys at this stage in your development, if you got an earlier account, have a lot more value because if all of the legendary commanders are worthwhile to you in the gold keys, then those are really high value. For me, they're much lower value at this point, honestly. I don't know what I would ask for instead of a gold key as a high value item, but maybe there is something else that would be better here. And so if you're a high spender, then yeah, the bundle makes sense. Comparing to other things that are available to you in this bundle, if you were to max purchase, you're going to get 65.2 days of speed ups. I hope my math was right, compared to roughly 41.5 days of speed ups if you were maxing out. For instance, the Wisdom bundle, which you can see here, Fountain of Wisdom. So I think in general, this is a really solid buy, which is why we wait to max purchase until either the Ark of Osiris bundle is here or this bundle is here. So, and by the way, when I say Ark of Osiris, it's Call of the Ancients that shows up whenever Ark of Osiris is coming up. Now, I forgot to show all of the things that's in the bundles on the way up. Apologies for that. Here is what's in the $50 bundle. Here is what's in the $20 bundle. Here is what's in the $10 bundle, and we can show you what this name plaque looks like in a moment. And here is what is in the $5 bundle, which gives us an avatar frame. So we can check that out as well. Apologies for the organization in this video. I am on vacation after all. Let's go into settings here. We've got a new emoji. Okay, cool. That's not where we want to go. We want to go over here. We'll hit edit down to the, what is this, avatar frames. And bada boom, here is the new avatar frame. We'll hit apply. That's now in use. Looks pretty cool. The bird of justice on on my avatar frame here. And if we go into our city, we should be able to jump into the city hall and make a little swap to the nameplate to the bird. And you do want to swap to these nameplates at least once, because then the game registers that you've unlocked it at that point. So do be sure to switch over to those every single time you unlock a new one so that you get credit toward achievements. Sweet. That covers the bundle. I'm pretty excited about it. Let's talk about this new event that is hit. It's a part of the event series for the holiday, and it's called Paper Stars. Now, when you do the collection of resources on the map, gathering resources from your city, defeating barbarians, or courier station purchases, which I think is kind of interesting, you get different items that you need in order to complete this Paper Stars event. So I see here there's two different types of lanterns that we can fire off. When you fire off one of these lanterns, you get some amount of items. I have not done this yet. I have no clue what those are. We see here that we need one bamboo strip. Where would we get a bamboo strip? From City Collection. Can we be so lucky as to smash the button and get a mail? Yes. Haha. We collect our bamboo strips, among other things. Bada boom. And now let's fire off this real quick and see what happens. If I hit next, ooh, I guess I get to choose. Let's pick the birds. And do I complete it or do I release it? Do I complete it or do I release it? Release? Ooh, a silver key. Should I have completed it? Shucks. That's awkward. Each time you let a lantern fly, you get some items. Well, oh hey, there's my lantern. That's kind of neat. I mean, I got a silver key. Maybe there's better stuff hiding in there. Well, that part of the event's been out for like less than, I don't know, 10 hours. So we'll have to play around with that more and see if we get something better than a silver key. Awkward. Let's continue forward. We now have enough gems to actually unlock the advanced tier of this event, which we will do. When we do this, by the way, now we get all of the items related to the tiers that we've already completed. We'll hit confirm. We got Minamoto Misery, jeez, Sadness Forever, and we should be able to fire up a ton of experience. Now that we've bought those chests, we should have an overkill of experience for this event, which is not a bad thing, I think. This is not a bad thing. We will ultimately get some number of resource packs in exchange for our overkill flower lanterns. Really, it's not a lot of value in the grand scheme. The overkill lanterns are worth some paltry amount of resources. It's actually a little bit disappointing how few resources you get for these lanterns, but whatever. We're not spending our AP to get these lanterns, our action point potions, because KVK is just around the corner for us. In fact, it is here in like less than 24 hours, and maybe it's here already, and I just need to pay more attention. So, yeah, we're saving our action points for all the good stuff that's waiting for us in the KVK lands, which is a part of the reason why we figure, what the heck, we're going to buy the bundle. We need the gems anyways, so that when a wheel comes around, we can spend on it. we don't, I mean, we want the speed up so that we can compete in a Mighty Governor at some point, which is great. And by the way, for the rest of the video, you're going to be seeing you used a small flower lantern, especially because there's more that we can go unlock here. Now, our internet connection on the boat is not the most stable. I'm smashing ad. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Boom. We caught up. We caught up. That's hilarious. I don't know how many levels of this event we've completed. I guess we're on 15 now. And we've got more of these that we can unlock in a moment. Pretty sure this means we'll get a city decoration, which we could show off. And then we're going to head over and smash in Sunset Canyon. Or maybe we'll get smashed. Honestly, like the thing that I like about Sunset Canyon is that it really forces you to learn about how the commanders work and what's actually better than other configurations and combinations, which I'm really enjoying that so far. Now at level 15, we are getting a solid 10 legendary heads. Hello. And, ooh, firefly lanterns. I might actually put that in my city. That looks kind of cool. The last one looked like kind of creepy, like cultists that were dancing around a fire. I don't know. It was supposed to be joyous. It just creeped me out a little bit. So I don't have that one showing in my city. You don't need to see me open the rest of the lanterns, right? Right? I remember when I stuffed the turkey a long time ago. Everybody thought that was hilarious to watch me smash the button. We're going to move on because you've seen this before. Let's do the thing that you and I are most excited about, and that is freaking smashing in the Sunset Canyon. Ah, Sunset Canyon. Yes, we will be seeing, by the way, you used a small flower lantern for quite some time. Hopefully I can rock Sunset Canyon and my connection is stable enough to do that. Speak of the devil. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. If we have to call it, we'll call it. But I'd love to be able to show this to you. We may have to cut here, and then hopefully we can get a more stable connection. We might have to swap up the way that we're connected to the internet for that. Let's give it one more shot, and then maybe we'll swap this up. I wonder what happens if you disconnect in the middle of a Sunset Canyon match. I mean, theoretically, it already knows the outcome at the beginning of the match, right? All right, we're back. Hopefully we're stable here. I don't know that our internet is. We'll see. We'll see. Let's check out our history here. We have had 2 successful defenses since we last looked. Honestly, I kind of want to watch these and see what the heck happened. We played against Echo 5, who used to be in Legion once upon a time, by the way. Super chill. And Rudyman. Now, I can get a look. Okay, well, this person is just feeding me points. And here, not so much just feeding me points. Not so much just feeding me points. Let's give this another go. We'll hit challenge. And we do want to challenge the highest person that we can go and find. That's 1674. Let's see what they're using. They're using a lot of infantry, it looks like, which is strong. They're rocking major buffs and debuffs in the form of Joan of Arc and Ethelfled. And they are rocking a fair amount of AoE in the form of Ethelfled, Sun Tzu, and also Baibars. We do see, I believe that's... Are these legendaries expertise or not? I'm not sure that we can tell if they are. We might gun for Cao Cao, assuming that it is expertise, and he's going to have minus 10% defense. Let's throw down the challenge. Okay. Down in the bottom, this is good pairings. I like what he's done here. The reason I like it is that I like that there's always, almost always, except in the middle, a pairing of infantry and cavalry, or infantry and archers. That means if you bring a counter to one of those armies, you're going to get countered by one of the armies that's in the back line. So I like that, like, one of the two is going to counter what you're doing, probably, or at least be neutral to it. Anyways, so especially if you bring multiple armies and types, what we want to do is, let's see here, this is a very tanky army up top. I think I want to tank the armies up top and smash the armies down below. So we're going to have our high DPS army. There's not a great place to send cavalry, honestly, which is interesting. But I think we'll do it anyways, relying on the power of our commanders to be overwhelming here. I do like the use of Olgi Mundok for the debuffs. I think that's a pretty stellar choice there. So we'll pop these armies in. I love that it knows, for some reason, what configurations I wanted to do there. I wonder if that's just luck. And I think this Joan of Arc army, we are going to just mega melt using some AoE. So we're going to rock our Yi Sung Ye, and we're going to pick El Cid. And it's tempting to consider Kusunoki. I wonder if Kusunoki is a better pick. Someone pointed out to me in a comment, like, why aren't you using Kusunoki? And that's a fair question. I will say that because we're up against infantry here, the expertise skill of El Cid is actually kind of relevant, and there's a lot of infantry on the board, so I don't mind going with the archer plan there. On the topic of the archer plan, we could bring a second archer army. That is a thing we could do. And, like, would that be terrible? So who would we use? We use Kusunoki and who? That's the problem. And who? I wouldn't want to use Ethelfled. I don't want to use Joan of Arc. I don't want to put Sun Tzu there. No, I don't think that's the play. Okay, now, we're going to have another cavalry army in on the mix. I think our our plan is going to be to slay bottom with overpowering commanders. So we'll have our more tanky army at the front line here. It's more tanky because it takes less skill attack damage. We'll bring the heavy cavalry. There we go. And we can bring one more army, or we could just do with 4 if we're going for style points, but we're not. We're not. I think I want to hold the line up top, and we'll smash middle. And here we're going to put in our Sun Tzu. Is this how we want to do this? I'm going to move this army to the back line, actually. We'll have our tank army in front. Here's the Sun Tzu. Mostly infantry, a little bit of calves, and a little bit of bowmen. I like this configuration. Good enough. We are ready, and let's smash. We probably should check and think a little bit more about this before we actually hit the button, but I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I'm less okay with the connection that I have here. Here we go. Okay. It's happening. It's happening. Okay. We're in on the action. We're going to really destroy mid lane. We're going to hold top, and we should smash bottom pretty cleanly. I will say, like, our Mina Saladin army is not actually the best tanky army. I wonder if we should be considering another pairing there. I think we should. I am not loving Mina Saladin, and I think I should be deploying the anti-healing from Saladin more strategically. I think that's what I'm doing wrong there. So that's my takeaway, is that Saladin is not just a slam dunk pick compared to using an expertise epic in this configuration, assuming I can get some AoE going. I'm going to put more thought into that Saladin. I think I need to deploy him to counter healing. That is what I need to be doing. Whoa, new animation. That is freaking sweet. That animation is freaking sweet. I think that was Charles Martel. Very visual. Really like it. Really like it. All right, good fight. Good fight indeed. Let's get another challenge going as we climb our way toward the top, fighting the highest tier that we can. This player has only got 3 armies on defense. Now, that's saucy. That's saucy. They're the highest ranked player they can find. Okay, sure. They're going for style points. Let's actually deploy our cavalry in a configuration that tries to get some value from the anti-healing. And we will try to focus down their con. This is the configuration we're going to use. We're mostly just going to watch and see how fast the Richard I goes down in this setup, because they've only got 3 armies. They should have 5. I'll be really curious to see how much the healing is in fact hindered by Saladin's anti-healing technology. That is his first skill, the active skill. Now, we are at a disadvantage with regard to typing. The infantry does beat cavalry, and we're seeing that sort of play out a little bit here. Um, yeah, I don't know that it's I I don't know that the healing reduction is adequate enough to justify the use of Saladin in this way. I, in fact, will say it is not. They because we had to have look at that. Look at my Yi Song-ye and Martel taking and Martel? No. And Minamoto, they took massive damage there. So I don't know that Saladin is even good enough in the state that I have him, 5530, is even good enough to hang here compared to the power of typing. When I use the word typing, I'm referring to having a counter type to whatever the opponent is doing. We can see here we can jump all the way up to the 1800 tier. This is a pretty powerful tier to battle against. Um, I like that they don't have all level 60 commanders as the primaries. I don't see a Alexander the Great, which would have been really difficult for us to deal with. I think we can take this opponent. I think we can take them. Let's do it. Caffeine in. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Now, I think it's very fascinating. They've got that Julius Caesar all the way up top. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do indeed? So I can tank evenly here, and I can bring in Yi Song-ye to get AoE value over there, which I really like. I also can bring in Hannibal Barca over here, which I think is cool. See, my infantry are going to counter the cavalry, and I'm not doing any healing with the Hannibal Barca Minamoto or Hannibal Barca Sun Tzu combo. So I like that. The Yi Song-ye, though, how do I deal with that? How indeed do I deal with that? And do I want to just destroy this isolated army up top? How much do I care about getting a 2-on-1? If I go for a 2-on-1 up there, they get a 2-on-1 down here. I like putting Khan down here because it's even with the Minamoto and then counters the archers. So that I dig. I like the Khan down there. And I guess I'd be okay with Minamoto going into Caesar. I don't love it because, like, my gosh, look how many troops he's got. 130,000. 340. That's the power of the talents and skills of commanders that increase the number of troops you can bring. We need to reconsider what is in this Minamoto army. Now, I don't hate the idea of Minamoto as a primary, but I'm questioning who the secondary should be. We're not finding Saladin to be adequate here. What could be good? We could go for the AoE afforded here. That could be interesting. We could go for buffing from Joan of Arc. I don't love that. I want some skill attacks from whomever is the backup. We're not bringing a mixed army with Minamoto, so I don't think I want Ethelfled. Yeah, I think this is what I want to do. Pelagius would be the other consideration, and we bring all cavalry here. And I don't love that this is the army we're using to hold the line up top. We perhaps need to invest a lot of experience into another infantry commander to sit up top. Assuredly, that is a thing we will do when we work with Alexander the Great. And I don't know exactly how this is going to work. Is my Minamoto going to go down south, or is my Minamoto going to battle up top with the Julius Caesar? I don't know. Captain's talking. Ooh. Trip canceled. So awkward. All right, well, shore excursion's canceled, which means I've got more time to play Rise of Kingdoms with you. Here we go, baby. Now, the thing that I'm struggling with is how my Minamoto is going to battle against their Julius Caesar up top. That Julius Caesar army is really terrifying to me. It's Julius Caesar and Hannibal Barca. They're not going to do high damage, but there's just so many darn troops here. Gosh darn it. I do feel strong about our configuration in the bottom of the map. I do feel pretty strong about that. The only other thing we could do is maybe put more AoE with Khan, which I think I might want to actually do. I think I might want to do that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to remove... We're going to remove the Minamoto army. We're going to swap out what's in the Khan army here. Instead of using Cao Cao, we're going to rock some AoE, and we should be just blazing AoE with this configuration. We'll confirm that. And up top, this is going to make us substantially less tanky. However, this is a tried and true combination. I want to try to get some AoE value down below. So let's see if AoE value is actually a plan that holds together. And I don't know what happens if I bump him back here. What happens? I don't think it is going to matter. I think these two armies are going to battle each other up top either way. So let's give this a shot. Again, my prediction is that down below, I counter what their Minamoto army is doing, and my Khan army is going to out DPS it, and then they're going to move on to the Yi Seong-Gye army, and my cavalry will counter that. So I feel pretty good about that setup, especially with the debuffs from Barca. And in the middle, we go even with Richard I, but we're countering them with Yi Seong-Gye. So that I feel great about. And we're also countering their Khan with our Richard I, so I feel good about that as well. So let's run this and see what happens. ROK Simulator. This is great. I love this game mode. This game mode does literally everything I want it to do. Now, see, now that my ship is not going anywhere, everybody's using the internet. It's only going to get worse from here. Here we go. Battle is on. Battle is on. What is happening? Is it going well? Hard to tell. Let's see. Let's just look for AoE value here from our Sun Tzu. I think we're getting it. I think we are getting it. Gosh, it's hard to tell what's happening. And our Yi Seong-Gye is in there. Our Yi Seong-Gye is doing work. Our army up top is not doing well, and I would have sort of expected that. Down below, we're doing pretty well, although we're not getting AoE value at all. Wow, that's not going well for us down below. That's not going well at all. We're really counting on Yi Seong-Gye AoE to do work here. Oh boy. This is going to be close. The way that our army oriented itself was really not great. Oh my gosh. This is not good. This is not good at all. Come on, AoE. We're counting on you, El Cid. Oh no. I don't know. We're going to do it. We're not going to make it. So I think that last swap there was not a good one. Our last swap there was not a good one. We got no value from the AoE from Khan. Can we challenge him again? We cannot. We can challenge someone even higher, though, so we'll definitely do that. And their armies do not make sense to me, so we will happily make this challenge. They've got AoE with Herman. They've got AoE with Woji Mundok? Okay. Okay, cool. What do we got here, baby? What do we got? Let's see. Okay, we got a ton of infantry in the bottom, which we're going to battle into with our archers. We're going to counter that. We can also counter up top there Minamoto with our Richard. We can send our infantry. We don't really want to send infantry in the middle. We really kind of want to send archers here, interestingly. We really kind of want to send archers there. There's not a lot of... What they've done here that I like is there's really not a lot of great places for me to send my cavalry. There's really not a lot of great places for me to send my cavalry. What I can do is I can make this army into an archer army by switching this up. So now we've got this as archers, and that is going to be really great into this row. I feel really good about that. I got no value, I felt, from the way that I did the cavalry in this last one. So I think what I want to do here with my... Let's see, let's start with Minamoto. I'm going to remove Cao Cao. And down here, I'm just going to put these two back together because they're a match made in heaven. Bada boom. So this army is back to its original configuration. And how do I want to deal with this? How do I want to deal with this indeed? I don't remember what talents I have on my... I don't remember what talents I have on my Kusunoki. We could try to bring more archers, which I think is really fascinating. And that might just be the play. That might just be the play if we do something like this. And like, I don't know. What are we bringing with Minamoto here? If instead of Minamoto, we rely on typing and we take Kusunoki and like Freddy is not amazing. Freddy is not an amazing pairing. What we could do, actually, okay, I like this plan. What if, with Khan, we get rid of Cao Cao, and we put in Freddy, and that lets us bring more calves. That's cool. And then down here with Minamoto, we could bring Cao Cao, which is an actual pairing. And we could do something more like this. So we're going to overpower the Minamoto army up top with double cav. We're going to counter or be even with the types in the middle. And we're going to have a lot of AoE, which I like. And our Richard I and Charles Martel are going to just hold off the folks in the bottom because we've got legendary commanders that do a lot of healing. Let's run the sim. I think this is a fine way to set this up. Here we go, baby. Here we go. All right. How is this going to play out? Let's see what kind of AoE value we get here. You know, I realize in hindsight we should not have put the Cao Cao army in front with Minamoto because it takes more damage, but whatever. We did destroy the one army up top, which is looking good. Our tanking army down south is doing its job, and we are letting their Richard I and Charles Martel get some serious value here, which perhaps is a mistake. Okay. So far, it's okay. What army are they going to hit? Okay, they're hitting my... Wow, this is interesting. Dude, this game mode. There's a lot to learn here. There is a lot to learn here. I think... Well, they've got infantry. And we've got cavalry. But we've got legendary commanders. This is going to be interesting. What matters more? The better commanders? I think it is the better commanders. Or the troop typing. Okay. Cool. Cool. Whew. That was that was closer than I was expecting. That was a lot closer than I was expecting. All right, well, let's keep battling. We've got 3 more attempts. Perfect. Perfect. Now we could hit refresh and challenge someone harder. Um, I think 1793 is fine. What are we at? Yeah, we're at 1698, so 1793 would be a fine opponent. Ooh. Okay, here's one of the top opponents. Oh gosh. They have Alexander the Great. Do I want to go against that? I don't think I do. I don't think I can beat it. I do not think I can beat what they're doing here. Yeah, I don't think I can beat that. They don't have a Charles Martel, though, which is really interesting. Can I beat this? Okay, fine. I mean, we don't care if we actually win. We want interesting fights here. We want interesting fights. Now, what are they doing? They've got a mixed army over here. They've got cavalry over there. Okay. Okay. So if we send our Yi Ye and Hannibal Barca with Sun Tzu, with mostly archers. See, they've got the cavalry here, which is really smart as a way of countering our bringing like lots of archers to hit into their Richard. That's a pretty smart play. That's a pretty smart play. This is El Cid over here. So I like the idea of doing something like this. Who do we have with Minamoto again? Cao Cao. And who do we have with Khan? We have Freddy. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is fine. The question is, do we want more AoE involved? And where should our Richard go? We could put Richard over here. That's a Charlemagne Barca down south. What a fascinating combo. What a fascinating combo. We could do something like this. Except instead of archers... Yeah, our cavalry actually does get the most value up top after the Julius Caesar army is beaten. But only after the Julius Caesar army is beaten, because then we get value on El Cid. And down below the Charlemagne army, I mean, if we do it this way, we're not really taking advantage, I think, of Hannibal Barca's AoE as much as we could. How about this configuration? How about it? I think this is fine. I think this is fine. I wonder if I should be using Alexander the Great already as like a 5-1-1 or whatever I have him at. This I think is okay. So how do I expect this is going to play out? My Hannibal Barca and Minamoto are going to battle into the Julius Caesar. And the Julius Caesar... Who's that Julius Caesar paired with to have so many troops? And we're going to... Yeah, I think this is what I want to do. And we've got archers to counter their infantry and get incidental value other places. Sure. Let's run the sim and see what the heck happens. Oh, no. Disconnect. How does that work? Sadness. So with the disconnect, it used up my attempt, and... Ooh! Ha ha ha! It was a victory! Ha ha ha! Ha! Okay, cool. So even though Wait. I didn't battle him, did I? That's the Alexander... Here's Alexander the Great. Wow, I chose a really tough fight. Gosh. Let's watch the replay. Let's watch the replay. How the heck did this work out? Dude, I love the replay system. So crucial. So crucial. Okay. I feel like down below, where's this army going? What are you doing, buddy? Holy jeez. Is the Khan Freddy going to get value on that army on the bottom? I don't actually know. My Barca did really, really well. Barca did really well up top. That is actually surprising. And now we've beat their Richard army. Yeah, I think the typing here worked in our favor. Cool. Well, there's Freddy. There's Freddy. Huh. Okay. Well, cool. And we did solo beat that army down below. I guess solo beat. I don't know. There's probably some AoE going on. This was close. All these battles are so freaking close. Holy jeez. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, we've got two more, and we don't have to worry about disconnecting, because apparently, even if we disconnect, we, even if we disconnect, we still get credit for whatever's happened. We could challenge the winner again, but that didn't go well for us last time. No siree. No siree. I don't know that I want to battle that again. I don't know. I feel like I know a little bit better what I would do there, but I guess if we're not actually trying to win this event and what we're trying to do is just show cool fights, we should battle the toughest player here, even if it means we lose. So let's just battle the highest ranked player. They are number 1, I believe, right now. So yeah, let's see what happens here. So they've got Charles Martel and Sun Tzu. They've got Alexander the Great with Richard, which is terrifying. Alexander the Great is going to diminish the healing of an army, so I need to be careful about who I put against that. And they've got Saladin with Minamoto, who's also going to reduce the effectiveness of healing. Okay, so they've got 2 armies here where they're going to reduce the effectiveness of healing. We're going to hit challenge. Okay. So if we go toe-to-toe, see, they've created 2 lanes where they have anti-healing technology, which is really fascinating. So I want to put my Richard into the Khan because there's no anti-healing technology there. From here, I think Barca with Sun Tzu is a reasonable play. We've got mostly archers, so we're not too worried about what we're up against. And if we bring Yi Sung Ye in the middle again, then we're going to get some amount of value here, I think, from the AoE countering the infantry up top and also not being at a disadvantage against the archers that are in the middle. So that is a configuration I kind of like. The question becomes, what do we do from here? What do we do from here? Our Minamoto right now is paired with Cao Cao, which is a fairly vulnerable army in the grand scheme of things. We could put that down here to really power against their Khan so that our Richard I survives longer and can do other things. Optimally, I would have an infantry army up top, which is really fascinating. I really want an infantry army up top. And so the challenge is that I really want to have like 3 infantry armies in this battle. Infantry are getting better and better. If we had freaking Constantine, oh my gosh, would that be good? Oh my gosh, would that be good? So I don't really want to put my Freddy. See, this is where it gets tough. This is where it gets tough. I don't really want to put cavalry into that Charles Martel. And I don't want to put Richard healing up against that Charles Martel. That's the last thing I want to do. I guess the anti-healing is coming not from Martel, but from behind the scenes, the Saladin there. I mean, this Khan army would get obliterated if I put it there. Truly obliterated. The other option is to suffer the anti-healing technology from Saladin, which I really don't like that plan. I really don't like that plan. If I go like this, it's just not much different than when I lost to this player. previously, which is where I struggle a little bit here. I love the anti-typing over here. I just don't have another great infantry choice. I mean, like, I'm not bringing Scipio. Don't you? You're looking at me like you could bring Scipio. I mean, I could bring Scipio. Scipio lets me bring more troops. He's kind of tanky. I just don't like. That's what we want to do? He heals when he gets weak. He does want to get hit by a lot of folks. Am I gonna bring Scipio? Should I bring Scipio? Who else could I bring here? I mean, like, there's a case to be made that I should level up a Herman. There's a case to be made that I should level up my old Mundoc. Certainly. Shucks, okay. But what if, just hear me out. I don't know. What if I did this? What if I did this? And I guess I need to, because of the way I have my talent set up here, it'd have to be like a little like that to get the extra damage from the talents I have on Scipio. What if I did that? I really don't love it. I really don't love it. What does this get me? I do have some amount of healing from Scipio, but it lets me bring more troops, which I certainly need against what they're doing here. It might diminish the effectiveness of their Sun Tzu AoE, which I guess is value. Shucks. Should we try this? If that's what we're going to do, then we're actually going to not bring Minamoto at all. We bring Khan over here. And I actually feel pretty okay with this setup. How important is the typing? And what does our top army need to do here? It's going to elevate its counterattack, which is really good. Shucks, I think I want to run this. My Richard and Khan is going to just obliterate their Khan. They're going to collapse in on the Richard over here. Hannibal Barca is going to hold on for dear life but get wrecked. My Yi Song Ye should get some value from AoE. But do I want my Yi Song Ye to be in the same lane as their Yi Song Ye? Or do I want to put my Yi Song Ye behind the Scipio? No, I think I do want it in the middle because after Richard dies, I want to go head-to-head with their Yi Song Ye, not with their Minamoto. All right, let's run this sucker. Let's run this sucker and see how bad Scipio is for this. Oh, awkward. I don't think that was a good choice. He just doesn't have this configuration doesn't have the rage gen that I really want. I don't think I put Joan of Arc. Right? Like, we've not seen Joan of Arc be amazing. Is there some other infantry commander and I'm just forgetting? I could put Boudica. But we're not trying to... Oh, gosh. We're not trying to do a lot of damage here. We're just trying to hold on. We're just trying to hold on and tank, which, like, Ulji Mundok kind of does. Every time Ulji gets hit, he is going to have a chance to do extra damage. Yeah, this is what we're doing. This is the weirdest thing. I can't believe I'm doing it. We're doing it. Here we go, baby. Here we freaking go. Can we be the #1 player with this configuration? I don't know that we can. I don't know that we can. Okay. We should get really good value from our Sun Tzu AoE. Sun Tzu AoE. And our Yi Song Ye AoE. Holy jeez. Okay, we did defeat the army down bottom, and we're starting to collapse upward. Our tank army up top is doing serious work. It is holding. And it took both of their armies down to half, although it had some help to get that to happen. Now, however, our Yi Song Ye is just getting seriously punished. But look at this. Look at what we're down to. Look at what we're down to. They've got a Sun Tzu doing serious work here. Doing serious work. I think we got it. What? Scipio? Stop it. Scipio? You've got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh. I've seen everything. I've seen everything. Scipio MVP. He's back. He's back. He's back, baby. What happened here? What happened? Scipio's tanky, and he doesn't have much march speed, but it doesn't matter for this situation, which is why Scipio was actually legit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can we do that again? Can we just run the same simulation again? Is this repeatable? Now here this is for science. For science! The thing we need to see here is if we run the simulation multiple times, do we get the exact same outcome, or is there randomness involved, right? Like, can I just challenge the same player over and over with the combo that I know works? It's less risky than challenging other people where I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. I feel a little bad because this is one of my alliance members, and if this wasn't for science, I would not go after my one alliance member. That's not cool. But for science, here we go. Is this repeatable? Or was that a fluke? Was the Scipio magic a fluke? Or is there some secret to that sauce? Okay. So far, it looks like sort of the same things are happening. My Barca 2 got totally wrecked here. My Barcasu got totally wrecked. Okay, now this is looking familiar, but probably worse than last time for me. I don't know what was different, but this was way worse for me. This was way, way worse. We ran the exact same simulation. Huh. Well, that's fascinating. I don't know what to say. So, did we get lucky? Or something else? Don't know. Don't know. Super weird. Super, super weird. Yeah. I couldn't tell you what exactly happened there. Let's look at the first fight. Our CPO had 21,000 kills in the first fight, and in the second fight, our CPO only had 16,000 kills. So something very different took place over the course of that fight, and I'm not sure what it was. I'm not sure what it was, because our CPO really struggled there. The other army we could get a look at is in the first fight, our Barca had 21,000 kills, and in the second fight, our Barca had 16,000 kills. Something really went sideways in that second attempt, and I just don't know what it is. I do not know what it is. Did they position themselves differently? I don't know. This video is plenty long. Let's call it here. Hopefully you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you can figure out what kind of took place there. We're not really pushing for a top rank. If we were pushing for a top rank, we probably would have played that a little differently with regard to who we chose as our opponents. We're really, because these rewards are fine, but nothing to write home about, we really are just sort of picking fights that look interesting, and maybe we learn something. So hopefully you learned something. Like and subscribe if you did, and until next time, you have fun smashing the king.